Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you about how we use filters in Pentaho PDI, a kettle. So I'm taking a sample data here. So if you see this sample data, so we have ID and name, just a sample data. So random 1, 2, 3 and a sample name. So what I do is I take this sample data and I dump this data into a table in MySQL DB by using filter components, allowing only few records. Only filtered out records would be dumped into a table. So let me show you that. So this is sample data and let's prepare this transformation how it works. So what I'm doing is, let me explain once again how it works. Let me take a slide, new slide, a blank one. So what how it works is, CSV file, and filter, and a database. So what I'm saying is, so I take a CSV file input and I filter the component, filter only the particular IDs that I wanted to dump the data into the DB. So this is how it works. So let's jump onto the kettle, how it transformation get prepared. So I'm using Pentaho PDI 8.1 and let's take a new transformation. So as we are working with the CSV file, let's take CSV file as input and browse that file. So my file is here, this is the file. So the delimiter is comma and enclosure is quote, and let click on get fields and click on OK. So it tells one ID which is integer and one is name which is string, and if you see the minimum value is staff 1 and maximum value is staff 9, the same as this one. And let's close this and you can still preview the data. Let's preview the data. So this is how it is pulling the data from CSV file, and ID is integer, name is string, and length is automatically taken. And click OK. And so what I'm saying is, let's take my staff table. So let me truncate this. So now staff table is only an empty one. So what I do is, I would like to take only one ID that has to be dumped into this table. So in that case, what I do is, the CSV component is pulling all data from the from the CSV file. So for after that, what I do is, there's a component called filter. Click on here and double click here. So what it does is, take a field, so it take, you know, those id and name will be passed to the filter component here. And what I'm picking is, I want to id which is equal to, you can still apply various functions here. So I chose equal, where you can still both consider as field. If you want to compare with other field in from the stream, you can compare it, but I would like to get only a value which is of type integer. And anything, I want to filter only the id which is equal to 3, and click on ok, or you can test it here. So the resulting value is 3. So what I'm doing is, I'm filtering all the stream data from the csv input where id equal to 3 value, and this is how it works. And so till here all the data is being pulled from the file. Now whereas for the filter components, it pull only the id equal to 3 fields. And to dump this data into the database, we need to take table output. Click here, and table output, where is that table output? Yes, it is table output here, and give a new connection to the database. Click on new. So if it is already defined, you can edit that. My local database is MySQL. Give a host, database YouTube PDI, username and password. Give a name, anything. Test it. So it is connection is okay. Okay. Click OK. And as MySQL don't have any schema, so it won't appear here. Whereas you can, if you are working on SQL server, so still you need to pick schema, and you can browse the table here. As I know table name directly, I can write it, or else if you want, you can browse the tables here and click on this specify database field. So if you want to specify this, so these options will be grayed out. So if I get fields, what is the input stream it comes, and let me clear it again, add them, and enter field mapping. So as the names are same on both sides, input stream and output stream is same, sorry, input stream and the database columns are same, so it's default automatically maps. And click ok, and click ok, save, filter data, save, and run. So I'm running with the detailed log level. You see here it successfully went through, and only one value has been right. Let me go there and check the staff table. 3, as we filter only the id equal to 3, so only 3 is already inputted. So if I don't filter here, so all the data from the csv file would have been all directly dumped here. And you can add uh, how many filters if you need, you can add here. You can add with this plus button, or field id equals to 2, click ok. So what I'm saying here, where id equal to 3 or id equal to 2. So I want to run once again, detail, and if you see two fields are right here, to call to let me run this. So with first iteration, the 3 is already there, and with second run, 2 and 3 are dumped. And you can add as many filters if you need. And where field, let me pick this name, and field value equals to staff 5. You click OK, and where give it as R if and doesn't work here, 3 2 and staff 5, where id equal to 3 or id equal to 2 or name equals to staff 5. Before that, let me truncate this data. Staff nothing here. Run the transformation again. Detail level, run it. 3 records are being output, where id equal to 2 and y equal to 3 and staff equal to 5. So these 3 filters has been applied, 3 2 and staff, 3 2 and staff 5. So this is how the filter component works in PDI. And you can even filter components with input field. Let's assume that you want to compare this id field, which is equal to a field with the name. Still here doesn't work, doesn't make sense here, but still if you have a scenario where you want to compare both fields, then this field filter will work here. This is how the filters work in Pentaho PDI. Please comment if you have any doubts here, or if you like to you implement any use case, you can ping here. Thank you.